So let's begin with Liverpool only. Do you think they can do this this time? Can they beat Real Madrid?
Well, I'm hoping so. The quadruple is no longer available to them, so we'll settle for the treble. They owe Real Madrid one after the thing 2018. So, yeah, I think Real Madrid will go into this game as slight underdogs. Liverpool will go in as favourites, which they weren't the last time they played. Liverpool are in scintillating form. They've had a few injuries, and a few injuries have come back now, and they're okay. So it's a great game. We've seen Real Madrid, get lucky to a certain extent, scoring 2 in the last minutes of games and coming back against big teams. But they have the players as well within the ranks to cause Liverpool problems as well.
So we have seen everything in this Champions League season. We have seen every thing from Liverpool and everything from Real Madrid. They've come back against 3 best teams in the world. But is there anything left for these 2 managers to come up with in the final?
Well, I'm sure they will try. I mean, Ancelotti is an amazing manager. Klopp has proven to be a fantastic manager also. So it's all about the players at the end of the day. The managers will have the way the way they start and their tactics and whatnot. But the players have to go on the pitch and perform and to do all of that for what the manager wants them to do. So yes, there will be certain things that they'll do a little bit different. But having said all of that, it's about the players. And, as I said, Real Madrid have Benzema, Junior, Rodrigo, as we've seen, come on and score goals. And on the other side of that, we've got Salah, who's back. You've got Jota up there. You've got Firmino. You've got Mane. You've got Luis Diaz. So, yeah, you've got an awful lot of talent on the pitch. And let's see what team Klopp puts out. And I think Real Madrid's team will near enough sort itself out. But as I say, Klopp's had a few injuries, and let's see what he puts out and who's available. Van Dijk's been out as well, so whether he comes in as well, which is important for Liverpool.
So, Mark, looking at the Real Madrid side, they last played against Manchester City with 4-3-2-1 formation. Do you think they'll come up with the same formation against Liverpool so that they can have more depth in their midfield area?
Well, they'll be worried about Liverpool, won't they? So they might play a lower block, if you like. But, I mean, they're experienced enough, Real Madrid, the quality that they have in the midfield areas, Kroos, Modric, Casemiro. I don't think they will be worried too much about Liverpool in that respect. The system will stay as what they've played for most of the season also. It's interesting, Liverpool are a 4-3-3 as well. So I think the whole key to all of this game is the midfield area and who gets possession of the ball most. And if it's Real Madrid, then they have the outlet. They have Vinicius Junior, they have Rodrigo on the other side, and they've obviously got Benzema in there. And that's the one thing you don't want, is for the likes of Modric, Kroos, being able to play the slide rule balls to Benzema. So they've got to keep the ball away from him. And by doing that, is Liverpool keeping possession better and for longer periods.
Talking about Karim Benzema, he has managed to score 15 goals in this Champions League season. Do you think Madrid is over-dependent on him?
No, I mean, obviously, you're going to be dependent. If you look across the board, Liverpool are dependent on Salah. Bayern Munich are dependent on Lewandowski. Spurs are dependent on Kane. So if you've got a player he scored 44 goals this season, Benzema, again, in all competitions. And every manager that's gone into Real Madrid has always played him. So he's obviously got some I think he's a world-class striker myself. And we've seen that in the games just in this year's Champions League, where he's, I think he scored a hat-trick against Chelsea. And he's got them back into the game. So he's absolutely fantastic. But the emergence as well of Vinicius Junior on the left-hand side, he's had a great season this year. He scored and created lots of goals for Real Madrid. And that'll be an interesting battle for me, because that's where I think Liverpool could be the weakest, is defensively on the right-hand side, because I think Trent Arnold is better going forward than he is defending. So that'll be an interesting matchup for me.
And he'll be facing Vinicius Junior in that side of opposition. So it will be a tough contest to watch, because both of them are speedsters.
Well, they are. And obviously Trent Arnold likes to get forward. Vinicius Junior likes to get forward. And again, it boils down to having the possession of the football. If Liverpool are in possession, it enables Trent Arnold to get further up the pitch. If they lose possession, then they've got Vinicius Junior on the left-hand side there with his pace, as we've seen. And what he's done this year, he's added a bit of quality to his assisting of goals and also the scoring of goals. And he is alive. He's more of a threat for me than Benzema is.
Mark, talking about Thiago Alcantara, every time he steps in for Liverpool, bang, he changes the game for this team. Do you think he will be an important key for Liverpool in this final against Madrid?
Well, yeah, I mean, if he's fit, but I think he's got an injury, a little niggle, and they're not too sure whether he's going to be fit enough to play in the game. But there's no doubt about his class. I mean, I think it was a really good signing from Klopp when they got him here at Liverpool. He uses quality. You see him, he's so laid back. He never or very rarely gives the ball away. And you're right, he's a big cog in Liverpool's midfield. Well, having said all of that, you know, Liverpool have now got a squad where they can, if it's not going to be him, they've got Naby Keita, they've got Henderson, Fabinho's going to come back in there. So they're not going to really miss him to a point where it would be like a Salah or it would be like a Benzema for Real Madrid. But no doubt in his absolute quality. And I hope and pray that he's going to be fit enough to play in the game, because that's the key area as well for me in that midfield.